Alright, hello. I finally managed to go live here, so it's late, but we're gonna try to make the best of it. So here we go with The Legend of Zelda. Of course, as usual, when starting a new game for the stream, I'm gonna be going through the documentation, as fast as possible. Just want to get a little bit of a feel of everything here. So let me bring up that GameCube instruction booklet. I do have the case of my Zelda Collector's Edition right here. So that's the booklet we're going to have a look at first. I lost my cursor. Okay, found it. The Legend of Zelda. Long ago in the land of Hyrule, legends spoke of the Triforce, 3 golden triangles with mystical powers. When Ganon, Prince of Darkness, invaded the kingdom and stole the Triforce of Power, the princess took the Triforce of Wisdom and broke it into 8 pieces. She hid them to protect the Triforce from Ganon's clutches. Furious, Ganon imprisoned Zelda. It was a young boy named Link who endeavored to save her. Originally released July 1987. I believe that's the North American release. It was released in Japan, if I'm correct from what I saw on Wikipedia earlier, February 1986. So, it took over a year to localize this game for North America, it seems. Hey, Francisco, maybe lower a bit the music to hear you better. It's okay at the moment, but it could probably lower it a bit, IMO. Yes, sir, absolutely. Actually, this music is a lot louder than what's coming up. This music is actually lower. I'm going to raise it when I get into the actual game, but thank you for noticing, man. I appreciate it. So that's it for this part. There's just a bit left to read on this screen, and then we're going to enter the actual game. Epic music. Yeah, absolutely, man. One of my favorite musics of all time. Okay, so right now all that's left, take the controller, info. Hello. This is where the legend began, the game that started the Zelda series. It boasted an innovative and unique gameplay system, remarkably deep puzzle solving, and an epic score. Even now, over 15 years after it first launched, that appeal is still going strong. Over 15 years later is when this came out, so feel old yet? Alright. Here we go, launching into The Legend of Zelda, and there will be more instruction booklet reading here. The Legend of Zelda. Long ago, Ganon, Prince of Darkness, stole the Triforce of Power. Princess Zelda of Hyrule broke the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 pieces and hid them from Ganon before she was kidnapped by Ganon's minions. Link, you must find the pieces and save Zelda. Look up the manual for details. Yes, that's what we are about to do. Okay, so there is just a fair warning here. There is going to be a fair bit of time before we get to the actual gameplay because the manual's long. I'm not going to read it all, but I do just want to, skim it, and that's still going to take a bit of time here. Just a heads up. The Legend of Zelda. Check this out. A long, long time ago, the world was in an age of chaos. Okay, so that text is actually borderline illegible. I'm gonna read it from a web page instead. A long, long time ago, the world was in an age of chaos. In the middle of this chaos, a little kingdom in the land of Hyrule, a legend... Oh, sorry. Oh, I already messed up. In the middle of this chaos, in a little kingdom in the land of Hyrule, a legend was being handed down from generation to generation. The legend of the Triforce, golden triangles possessing mystical powers. One day, an evil army attacked this peaceful little kingdom and stole the Triforce of power. This army was led by Ganon, the powerful Prince of Darkness, who sought to plunge the world into fear and darkness under his rule. Fearing his wicked rule, Zelda, the princess of this kingdom, split up the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 fragments and hid them throughout the realm to save the last remaining Triforce from the clutches of the evil Ganon. At the same time, she commanded her most trustworthy nursemaid, Impa, to secretly escape into the land and go find a man with enough courage to destroy the evil Ganon. Upon hearing this, Ganon grew angry, imprisoned the princess, and sent out a party in search of Impa. Braving forests and mountains, Impa fled for her life from her pursuers. As she reached the very limit of her energy, she found herself surrounded by Ganon's evil henchmen. Cornered, what could she do? But wait, all was not lost. A young lad appeared. He skillfully drove off Ganon's henchmen and saved Impa from a fate worse than death. His name was Link. During his travels, he had come across Impa and Ganon's henchmen. Impa told Link the whole story of the Princess Zelda and the evil Ganon. Burning with a sense of justice, Link resolved to save Zelda, but Ganon was a powerful opponent. He held the Triforce of Power, and so, in order to fight off Ganon, Link had to bring the scattered 8 fragments of the Triforce of Wisdom together to rebuild the mystical triangle. If he couldn't do this, there would be no chance Link could fight his way into Death Mountain where Ganon lived. Can Link really destroy Ganon and save the Princess Zelda? Only your skill can answer that question. Good luck. Use the Triforce wisely. Hints on how to destroy Ganon. Those of you who have trouble playing this game, read the story below. Read carefully, it has lots of useful hints. When Impa gave Link the order to destroy Ganon, she also told him the history of the land of Hyrule and the layout of the 9 underground secret labyrinths. These layouts should be somewhere in this booklet. Did you find them? Okay, cool. So I'm not going to read absolutely everything here. We're just going to kind of skim it. Just, you know, it's going to be faster if we just, you know, skim it visually rather than read it all out loud. Yeah, it's long. It's long. And wow, there's these beautiful images which might remind you of an animated cartoon from the time period. Yeah, you know, I don't know, maybe I will read all of it. Relying on what Impa had told him, Link has to somehow make his way to Death Mountain. Link just might be able to find out where the mountain is by carefully studying where and when the monsters appear. In the forests and mountains, there are several caves, and in these caves, there live merchants who will sell Link useful items. As well as buying things here, Link can get his hands on other things that he can't get elsewhere. Hey Nathan, good to see you, man. Yeah, I like this game a lot too. I was always like really attracted to it. I didn't play much of it in my really young childhood, but I just, you know, I was coming across it because of probably some friends, like my neighbor, I believe. But I was always really drawn to Zelda, and yeah, I do like the feel of this game nonetheless. Hey, Slime Games! Aw shoot, I should have waited so I could raid you. No man, it's no problem, really. I started so late today, I was not expecting it to take this long. Big mistake. I just made mistakes again. Also, some things came up this week, and I wanted to get ready days in advance, but I just wasn't able to. Didn't have the time. Nathan, Ocarina of Time will be in the... Like, I'm gonna just play a series of games like Nintendo, Rare... Yeah, mainly Nintendo and Rare games, just in chronological order, like Zelda, Mario, maybe Chrono Trigger, not sure yet, Zelda, Mario, and Rare games. So just chronological order. So this game, in terms of Zelda series, would be like after Link's Awakening, and in terms of other series, like after Yoshi's Island. So it's gonna be in a while, though. It's gonna be in a while, man. Nathan says, Earthbound and Ocarina of Time are my favorite games to watch streamers play. Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, it's gonna be great when we get there. Lots of... Okay, am I on the right page here? No, not yet. Alright. Lots of amazing things happen in the springs Link finds here and there. The fairies will give Link a whole new supply of life hearts. These aren't the only secrets to be found. The entrances to the underground labyrinths are hidden all over the place. There are also some entrances that are really hard to find. Nevertheless, you'll be able to find hints on how to solve these riddles, and once Link's found a labyrinth, he'll always get an item of treasure. Carry weapons such as boomerangs, etc. to match the enemy. This way, Link can proceed with the fight more effectively. The skill to switch over quickly to the treasure select screen, remember the sub-screen? And quickly take out the treasures is really important. If you've got this skill, Link will be able to win through to the end. The labyrinth level display is important. It shows Link the way. If Link does not fight in the right level order, he might meet a miserable end at the end of the labyrinth. Don't rush forward too fast, it's dangerous. Lots of riddles are hidden in the underground labyrinths. Once Link's found the map and the compass, he can go forward, checking each of the passageways one by one. Walk around and find all the rooms. For this, Link will have to increase his possessions a lot. In the underground labyrinths, Link will come across some doors that will close behind him once he's passed through them. Yet, there's always a way of opening them and escaping. Even if Link's closed in on all sides, he's not allowed to give up. Try anything to get out. Okay, yeah, Slime Games. I was just thinking there about what you were doing with the tag there, and the thing is, Nathan does have a Twitch account with which he comes here sometimes with, but right now he had just chatted on the YouTube. But I don't know. I think he has the same name on Twitch too as well. So just a heads up in case you were confused or something. Link's going to have a difficult time trying to destroy Ganon. He's real mean, but even Ganon has his weak point. Some friendly character in the game is sure to tell Link about it. Link has destroyed Ganon and has managed to rescue Princess Zelda. Now that he's got a hold of two Triforces, he once again goes off on his travels, making his way toward countries unknown. Who knows what the future holds for Link? Oh, I see. It's not exactly the same name on Twitch. That's right, Nathan. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Okay, so here's where we can stop reading very thoroughly, because the previous stuff seemed to be more kind of, intertwined with the beautiful visuals and the lore and all that. Now we're just gonna skim over here. Creating your character, erasing an old Link character, starting the game over option, save, retry, playing with a friend. Oh, you can play with a friend? Take turns. At the end of your game, select save or retry and press start. Your friend can start a game using a different Link character. To start a different game, always store the game in memory save and turn the power off supply to the unit. Okay, so unofficial multiplayer support, I guess. Or, even official multiplayer support. Cool. Basic wisdom. What are the main and sub-screens? Link meets all sorts of challenges above at underground, overworld, the underworld. Hold up. Sorry. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was showing the whole instruction booklet on screen. I was a little nervous there. Okay. We've got swords, shields, treasure, the magic and the mystery. We've got all kinds of items, the ladder, the raft, keys. Blue ring reduces damage inflicted by the enemy by half, and the red ring reduces damage to 1/4. Wow. This bracelet can give Link amazing inner strength. He can even lift giant rocks. Got a clock. Can use items with B. We've got candles. We've got some meat on a bone. Got a wand. This is the wand that Wizrobe uses. Wave it to let loose magic spells. What's more, if Link picks up the magic book and learns some new spells, he can chant some fiery spells and send out flames. Oh, wow. Crazy. The overworld. We can meet all kinds of people. There are nasty characters, Tektites, Octoroks, Levers, Peahats, Moblins, Armos, Guinea, Lionel. Zola, Rock. Fairies, caves, the underworld. Let's walk around inside the labyrinth. There are treasures, as well as the Triforce. Oh, Nathan says, why does the Dog X guy have 5 different accounts in Discord? Well, I know there's 2 brothers, there's 2 dudes, man. So it's at least 2 of them. But I mean, it does seem like there's some duplicate accounts there. I don't know why. I really don't know. Okay, so those were overworld enemies. Now labyrinth enemies. We've got Zol and Gel, Rope, which is the snake, I guess. Fire and Keys. So those are the bat dudes. Stalfos, Wallmaster, Gorilla. Aha, so those are called Gorilla. Wizrobe, Darknut, Pole's Voice. A ghost with big ears and a weak point. He hates loud noise. That doesn't really apply to this game, I guess, right? You like the illustrations. Yeah, me too. That's part of why I'm so adamant about at least skimming through a manual, because it gives you so much kind of more richness to the lore. And what, at the time this is where you would have got your imagery back in the day a lot of the times. For like what to imagine, how to see the game in its, through its, low bit form, right? Landmola, Like Gipto, Moldorm, Dodongo, Manhandle, Aquamentus, Patra, Digdogger, Goma, Gleeok, Head of Gleeok, Bubble, Traps and Stone Statues. Okay, and now the fight to the death with Ganon. Link has completed the 8 fragments and completed the Triforce of Wisdom. Collected the 8 fragments and completed the Triforce of Wisdom. Now, he's ready to fight Ganon in the depths of Death Mountain. What is Ganon? What's Ganon like? Nobody knows. Nobody has lived to tell the tale. So there's a little bit of a guide in here, actually. Complete strategy for getting to level 1. Oh, okay, yeah. To get to level 1 and maybe level 2, right? Oh, man, I've been cutting off a little bit here. Darn it, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I don't think we need to see any more of this. I just cut off a bit of that. Darn it, man. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna move up this manual a bit and extend it downward. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, we're gonna get onto the gameplay within about 5 minutes, I would say. About 5 more minutes till we get to the gameplay. Already been live like 20 minutes. Alright, let's get going. Okay, so I still can't show this. I can't show the bottom of this page for whatever reason. Oh yeah, it's because it's cut or something. Anyway, whatever. We're not missing too much here. Don't worry about it. Just missing the 44 at the bottom. Okay, sorry about that. Really sorry about that. Not a smooth thing. Not a smooth attempt here. I'm sorry. Okay, so we just want to take a quick look at the map here. Darn it. Oh man, I'm really nervous. Okay, so we just want to take a quick look here, and then we'll get right into the game. So here's a map of the overworld. We can see that there are the original Legend of Zelda, Ariel. Yes, indeed. Okay, so a map here. They give you some tips on how to make your own adventure map, it seems. That's cool. And they show you a complete guide. Alright, let's just zoom in on this area. You're honored to be here, Ariel. Oh man, well, thank you. It's an honor to have you, of course. Okay, so now I'm just gonna zoom in on the map. Actually, I should raise the... Oh, darn it. I should extend this down here, because we're gonna zoom in. Alright, and we're just gonna scroll through this briefly. So they show us all the beautiful enemies. And here's something awesome that I find, like, take note particularly of the scan lines on these enemy sprite pictures. So they knew that it looks better with scan lines, or maybe they just went and took a close-up picture of a TV probably. But yeah, I actually like. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I find that games that are focused on like a pixel art aesthetic, if it doesn't have scan lines, it just really doesn't look right to me. Like, it kind of looks not appealing, so I didn't realize that until maybe within the past couple of years, or maybe even within the last year. But I didn't know why exactly I kind of was like not super appealed to those, you know, indie retro style games, and it's because of the scan lines. So the scan lines are huge, in my opinion anyway. But anyway, yeah, just, you know, note the scan lines over here on the enemy pictures. Okay, so we're going to just scroll through here. We get a full world map, which is cool. That's the full map. It's not that big, so we might come back and refer to this if we need to. No, wait, I'm sorry. For some reason, it's... Okay, there we go. Yo, Blazer! Hey, good to see you, man. So, I'm way later than what I wanted to be, so I'm sorry if you were waiting on me or anything like that. Alright, so I think we're good. We're good to go. If we need to refer back to this map, then we will, but, you know, hopefully we'll make do on our own, and I might also look things up online during this playthrough, because it's just faster than trying to find it here, even though it's cool to look at these old documents. I love the old documents, man. I can't get enough of these old documents. Alright, here we go. Alright, so just a heads up as to my intention of what to do. I think this game is probably not going to take terribly long, so... But I don't think I'm going to complete it today, because I really messed myself up on the timing. But I don't... You know, maybe I can complete it in 3 hours. I would think probably not. But either way, next stream will also probably be Zelda 1, because I do also want to go through the hard mode. So I'm probably going to go through normal mode, as well as the second quest, after I do beat the first quest. Ariel says I was having some interruptions on Twitch, in case you were wondering. Okay, wow, thanks for the heads up, man. Alright, just want to listen to this song one more time before getting into it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm going to put the volume a little higher. Sorry about that. I was at minus 2.2, going to minus 1.1 dB. All right, now let's... Hopefully that's not too loud and abrasive. It's probably okay. It's like not really high. It just sounds a little harsh, but it looks like a fine spot in terms of the audio bar levels. Okay. Let's go. What name? Because I've already got a Nick and a Zelda game. Name him Ass. No, I don't know, man. It's funny. It is funny to do that kind of thing, but I do try to keep it kind of family friendly here. So I'm, and I do want the playthrough to be. I want my playthroughs to be. I'm aiming for them to be like kind of more on the epic side and not on the silly side. As fun as that can be. I do want to keep it kind of epic vibes. So let's say, yeah, let's just say N. I think that's good. Are you restreaming? Is that why I don't see people in chat? Yeah, I multi-stream to YouTube at the same time, and my buddy Ariel was saying that Twitch was that he was having some kind of interruptions on Twitch. So that's what he meant earlier, that he went to YouTube because Twitch wasn't working for some reason. All right, let's go. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Oh my god, it's Zelda 1. Thanks for the heads up, Ariel. I love this overworld theme. I've always been just so crazy enamored by it. So here's one of my things about games, is that the reasons for which I sometimes... Blazer says, I don't know why, but I like the retro games music, it's relaxing to me. Like the retro games music is relaxing to me. Yeah, absolutely, man. There's something just really pure about these kinds of synthesized tones. It's definitely something there. There's something like really magical about it for sure. But yeah, something about video games that I find is maybe a little bit on the indescribable side in terms of praising or criticizing it is that I don't know if I really put into words before, but like a game just has to have a right and a really kind of appealing feel overall, and that's a bit like a quintessential kind of, je ne sais quoi to it, So feel, like just the overall feel of a game is really important. That's one of the things that I really like about Zelda 1. It's just like it's an incredible feel. Like, the feel is just really top notch, even though it's not as good as sequels like Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, and all the other classics. There's still something really really pleasing about it. Sorry about that low health tone. Darn it. Oh. hearts? What is this? Can you believe it? Alright, do enemies respawn? I think so. They don't. Okay, I just had a thought. I just wanted to make sure I had all the right tags on Twitch. Family friendly, backseating allowed, casual playthrough, reading aloud. Well, I guess that's over with, so I'm gonna take out the reading aloud tag now. Okay. Retro. Okay, we should be fine. Oh my god, I just realized I forgot to turn off night mode. Or did I? Sorry about that. I'm not even sure if I forgot actually. Anyhow. Ariel says je ne sais quoi is exactly what I feel about games like this as well. Okay, awesome, Ariel. Like, you can't distill a game's appeal to one element, basically. It's gotta be a combination of factors that lead to an overall really, awesome feel in whatever way it happens to be. There can be many great feels for a video game, but if it doesn't give you some kind of good feel, then it's not... For me, anyway, it's just not really appealing. For example, like, The Wind Waker lacks the right appealing feel for me, anyway. Okay, why can't I get a heart? Sorry about that low health beeping. It's probably not going to be there the whole game. At least I would hope so. Oh! Sorry about that. Finally. Ariel says there's a certain appeal to them I can't describe with words. Yeah, exactly how I feel, man. It's like the music is good, the gameplay is solid, but I mean, beyond that, how can I say exactly why it feels so good? Nope. No. Already a game over. Really sorry about that. Jeez. What a bummer. Maybe that's actually not the path forward, because we've got the map. Just another fanboy. Hey, it's Kaj, man. What's up? Oh, just a mother fanboy. Oh, man, that's a great play on words, man. I'm happy to be playing this game. I'm nervous because it's gonna be a challenge in some parts, I think. A little nervous about, you know, looking up the answers and all that as needed. But yeah, overall, really excited to finally have gotten this going. The setup took me longer than I was expecting, so that's why I'm late. this is a blind playthrough. It's a semi-blind playthrough. It's like I've played through the game, like, probably over a decade ago, definitely. Like, maybe back around 2010 or 2009. I don't know if... I think that was probably my first complete playthrough. Like, I'd played the game here and there. But that was my first complete playthrough. I think I beat both normal and the second quest. But I don't remember things, so it's like, yeah. It's like a pretty fresh, semi-blind playthrough. Okay, Eastern Peninsula. Eastern Peninsula is the secret. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. By the way, I don't remember what site it was on, but there was I think it might have been like Legends of Localization website, something like that, where there's a bunch of like mistranslations, so a lot of the tips that the game gives you are not even necessarily applicable, so you've got to watch out. Take the game's advice with discretion. What game are you gonna play after Zelda NES? Yeah, I think it's Zelda 2. I think that's the closest thing in the timeline. In terms of the games I want to play, because I am just going by chronological release, basically. So I think it's Zelda 2 and then Link to the Past, so it's like a pretty epic Zelda trilogy ahead of us, actually. Unless I missed something and I find out about it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this Zelda 2 and then Link to the Past. I am gonna do the second quest, I think, on this game, so it's not just gonna be one quest. It's gonna be both, I think. Oh no! Darn it. Why are the hearts so rare in this game? I guess you've got to play hitless. If you don't play hitless, then you're a goner. No. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know. Okay, how do I select this item? Select? Start? Hold up. What? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring up the GameCube booklet. Don't know why I can't switch item. Maybe it's because I don't have any arrows. That might be it. Use B. Okay, hold on. I'm bringing up the instruction booklet for GameCube. So how do we select an item in the subscreen? I don't see an instruction for that. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Sorry about that. Why? Maybe it's because I don't have any arrows? Hopefully that's the answer, but I'm a bit freaking out now. Maybe it's not gonna work with this controller. Maybe I need an actual GameCube controller. these guys don't give any drops along with the bats, or it's very rare. No! Gee, sorry for yelling there, but man, I really didn't want to take hits now, man. Now I've got to go up to them and they can shoot a projectile at me. What a bummer. Oh, it's true, we've got a shield, so we're okay to block. Darn it, now we've got the low HP tone. Oh god! Okay, these guys look like a good farm. Okay. Maybe that's it. Alright. Do it. Oh! Why? Wow, that was close. Okay, yes! Thank you, Kaj. Are you okay with still be referred to as Kaj, or would you prefer to not be called by that name? I can still call you Kaj. Okay, great. Thanks for the Komodo hype, Slime Games. I think it's appropriate because the first few bosses are some kind of reptilian creatures. Like, I think Dodongo might be the second boss. Darn, looks like I'm gonna have a lot of game overs in my playthrough. Okay, so by the way, I should possibly look up where to go next, or maybe just explore on my own, but if anybody wants to give me hints to make it go faster, I'm very willing to, I'm very accepting of that. Looks like I've got a pretty good farming streak so far. Lots of drops. Do we want to buy anything? Maybe bombs? Maybe we need to buy bombs. I'm not 100% sure. Nope. Oh, Oh yeah, that's right. There are fairies in the game to max out your health. Oh god. Is this the Lost Woods? I forget. Okay, so I guess we didn't need to buy the bombs because they get dropped. Oh, by the way, Slime Games, if you are still there, just wanted to say you've got awesome taste in music, man. It's really nice stuff that you selected to play the rhythm game. Osu, right? Earlier? Good stuff. Keep it up. Oh, and actually, since I have silence right now, let me do a quick shout out to Slime Games. So, if anybody would like to check out Slime Games and possibly give him a follow, because he's a good dude. Good dude with good taste in music, really high skill at this rhythm game called Osu, I think. So yes, shout out for Slime Game. Oh yeah, that's right, and I don't have clips set up. Jeez. Darn it, sorry about that. I just hit my webcam here. I'm sorry. Darn it. Ah. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting really flustered here. Major mess up there. Let me just get back out here where we get some music. Should be fine. Tosh says, what do you think of the date February 14th, 2022 for your Mother 3 playthrough? I say that because Mother 3 is heavily associated with love and whatnot. Man, that sounds really epic, Kaj. Thank you for the suggestion. Let me check the date. It's a Monday. That's amazing. Oh my god. That's a great day, Kaj. If you're good for it, I'm definitely down. And because I have so much time ahead of me to set up, I will be ready to play it so that, you know, I will start at like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or whatever. Okay, let us carry on. Okay, thanks for letting me know that the issue's resolved, Ariel. Sorry, I've got to adjust this. I'll just leave it like that for now. It's not exactly the camera angle I wanted. I wanted to have the 4 circle ports visible on the GameCube, but anyway, I can't do better right now. I'm sorry I hit it. Darn it. Okay. Okay, Kaj. So it's a plan, man. We'll reconvene when we get closer to February 14th. But yeah, we'll definitely aim. We'll try to aim for that. Sounds amazing. I think Nathan will be happy to hear that. He's He's asked me repeated times, when are you gonna play Mother 3? You should tell him when it's localized. Well, that would be... yeah. That would be never, but I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a good joke. What the heck is Nintendo thinking, seriously? Why would they not? Nope! It's a secret to everybody. Once you play it, you realize as well. Oh, I see. Okay, so I guess there's some really heavy subject matter in there, possibly. Okay, I'm looking forward to it, man. Mostly due to concerns with the type of themes and whatnot in the game. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, Kaj. As well as you have to look at the game at a business standpoint. If it's a really great piece of art, you know, some petty financial scrutinizing shouldn't... Darn it. Mother 2 sold like ass in the US, so why bother localizing its sequel? Weird overtones there. Wow. Well, don't we know that at this point, if they release something like Earthbound, you know, Mother 2 or whatever, don't they know that it would sell like crazy? I mean, they probably just have to check the sales figures for Lucas DLC of Smash 4, maybe Ultimate. I don't know if Lucas is DLC in Ultimate, but I mean, I'm sure they could make a lot of money with it. Yeah, back in 2006, yeah, I get it. But what about now? Like, what's taking so long? Alright, so just a heads up. I'm not very familiar with the game. I beat it, like, maybe a decade ago, not at expert level or anything like that, so I'm just kind of exploring right now, but I'm open to tips as to, like, go in this direction. I beat the first dungeon, so I guess I want to get to the second dungeon, or labyrinth, now. Taj says, well, they first have to get Itoi's permission to even work on a localization for the game. That's true. But would Itoi be opposed, you think? It's not that he wouldn't be opposed. He wouldn't be opposed. Rather, he isn't even sure if the Americans would like it. Don't we have proof of that, though? That that there are fans, like, I guess probably all over the world, but especially in America, aren't there? As it's a huge difference out from the usual gameplay style and story beats Mother 1 and 2. Oh, the Nintendo Ghost! Hello, sorry, I missed it. All dungeons are there, you can beat them in any order, it's meant to be open world, the last two are hidden. Okay, thanks for the heads up, man. I didn't remember that. Or I don't even know if I ever knew that. I know that the instruction booklet said that you could get overpowered if you go in the wrong order, something like that. Kosh says, I mean, in Japan, Mother 3 was the worst-selling Mother game there. Oh, I see. But it was really a hidden gem at the time. Right now, it's probably got a lot more fame, I guess. Especially because of Smash. I would imagine, because Lucas is in there, right? This game has a lot of secrets. Okay, thanks Nintendo Ghost. I don't know what percentage of the secrets I got, but I think I burnt all the secret bushes. I think I 100%ed the game back, over a decade ago, well over a decade ago. Not 100% sure though. Sorry about that. It's mostly because of the charm of Mother 1 and 2 is that you were just a random American boy going out on this huge adventure. Anyone could fill the shoes of Nintendo or Ness. Okay, I see. But Lucas, you're forced into a story and environment that I doubt anyone actually lives in that sort of lifestyle as Lucas. Okay, I see. Thanks for that perspective, Taj. We can buy a key. Huh. Do we need the blue flame? Do I need to get that blue flame for something? I'm guessing probably not. Nintendo Ghost says, when this came out, I knew someone who had it, and I would go to his place to play it. Good times. Okay, wow, sweet. Yeah, I guess anytime you play this, it would be, fairly impressive. But especially back in the day, pre-SNES, this must have been really crazy to play. Just mind-blowing. No! The boomerang doesn't work on that dude. Okay, I'm just losing energy for nothing. Sorry about that. Meet the old man at the grave. Oh yeah, Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Is that in the dungeon itself, or is that in the overworld? Meet the old man at the grave. I think I'm gonna actually look that up. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. So that way, I'll know whether or not I should return to the first dungeon. Kosh says, have you ever played the Star Tropics series? No, I haven't. I'll check it out possibly. I'll put that in my notes as a reminder. Okay, and now I do want to look up that hint, what it means. The Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. The Eastmost Peninsula, also known as Eastmost Peninsula, is a location from The Legend of Zelda. Anyway, it's too long. I won't read it out loud. Oh yeah, meet the old man at the grave, I think is what this lady said. Oh, this is the Lost Woods, I think. So I guess I'll get out of there. Oh, by the way, Nintendo Ghost, how's your 101% of Donkey Kong Country going? Did you finish it yet? Oh, is there a max of 8 bombs? It seems like that's the case. Maybe you can get a bomb bag? I don't think so, though. Nintendo Go says, well, I got all the Kong letters, but I only had to get all the bones areas, so I will go back and do that, then beat it. Okay, good, man. Good luck. Slime Game says, I see you in Gopher Broke's channel. Ah. Cool. Oh, yeah. Maybe he clicked my profile and then saw that's who I was hosting since I rated them earlier. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 rocks. Okay, sweet. So I think this is the place where we've got to come with the whistle or the flute, and that will open up a dungeon under the water. The flute, yes. Okay, if I don't find the second dungeon or some dungeon soon, I'm gonna bring up the instruction booklet. Okay, so the shield doesn't block the Zora flames, I think. Go straight down. Okay, I'll check it. I'll check it out. Thank you, Nintendo Ghost. Go meet the old man at the grave, I think is what this one said. And to the right. Oh my goodness, thank you for that, Nintendo Ghost. Oh god! I think these creatures are dark nuts, right? Nope! Oh god! Oh my god! Okay, goodbye. Okay, geez, I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Alright, anyhow, it shouldn't take too long to get back there, I think. it's not really a hard game, but it's also it's just not forgiving. If you make the wrong move and you're not precise in something, then you get punished. Oh god. Hey, Slippery Santiago. Yeah, hey, good to see you, man. Yeah, I do like this game a lot. It's not one of my favorite Zeldas, but just the feel... It's like, I wouldn't classify it among my favorite Zeldas, but I do really like the experience. I love the feel of it. Nintendo Go says the spiders are Tektites. The ones that shoot at you are Libras, and the ones that throw spears are Moblins. Okay, wow, thanks for that heads up. Libras, I don't remember seeing that, so I think I want to bring up the instruction booklet and just take a look at that. Libras. Oh. I can't spell. The ones that shoot at you. Maybe you meant Linos? Is it Linos, possibly? Octoroks. Okay, thank you. Slippery Santiago says, I definitely like it better than 2. Yeah, I probably like it more than 2 as well. I do enjoy 2. I like it. I never beat it to the end. Like, I got to the final dungeon and died and I gave up. So 2 will be my first full playthrough. Also, like, how you can pretty much finish the dungeon in any order. Okay, yeah, I have to see that. I think I've played it in order on my one playthrough that I did over a decade ago. So I'll have to see how it goes. I guess I'll just come across the dungeons and see if it's the right order. Then, like, okay, let's say I'm stuck and I can't get to any more dungeons, then I will just do it in the official order. But if I stumble upon a higher level dungeon, I'll try to do it out of order. Okay, so it does seem like there's a limit of 8 bombs that you can hold at once. Okay, don't want to mess this up again. Alright. Level 3! Oh my goodness, we skipped level 2. Okay. Oh, thanks for the lurk, Slime Games. Yeah, it's a really good song. It's better without the low energy notification, though. But yeah, I love this. I think I really like the version in the Zelda animated series, the orchestrated version of this song. It's really epic. Oh god. What? Okay, anyway, at least we get some heart refills upon the game over. didn't know that was a version that existed. Okay, well, if you like it, then I'm happy. I'm very happy to have let you know. Have you watched the Zelda animated series? The Nintendo Ghost says these knights can only take damage from the back. Good luck. Okay, thank you, man. Well, excuse me, princess. Yeah, that was really obnoxious. I didn't like that aspect of it. Like, whatever. It was okay. It was kind of charming, but I could have done without Link being so obnoxious. Oh yeah, bombs work here. No! Okay, geez, I'm really sorry for yelling. It's like, it's not really intentional. Like, if I really wanted to, I could suppress it, but just kind of letting loose, you know? Okay, I'll just go for bombs. Wasted. Still? What? Why? No, Slippery Santiago says, no, I haven't. It's from the 80s, right? I think it's late 80s. It may have been early 90s, but I'm not 100% sure. Nintendo Ghost says the red ones hit, but the blue ones hit harder. Oh, geez. Okay, thanks for that heads up. Hey, did I just waste all my bombs? No! Okay, again, I'm sorry for yelling. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm not gonna try to kill all of those dudes. Okay, hold up. Are those Dark Nuts or... Hold up a second. I just want to look at the enemy diagrams again. Okay, so those guys... Oh, no. Okay, so those guys are... Just want to see the name of those. Okay, so those guys are Dark Nuts, and those statues are Armos. The statues outside the dungeon were Armos. Kaj says, "You seem like an OG. Have you heard of the game Earthbound when you were a kid?" Yes, it's a fun RPG, says the Nintendo Ghost. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Nintendo Ghost seems to be quite OG indeed. He's a real one. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there were no secrets I was missing there. It's a clip of the Legend of Zelda cartoon for those who don't know. Okay, thanks for sharing that, the Nintendo Ghost. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to take out these guys for practice. get some bombs. Yeah, if only we could go back in the day and buy Earthbound, especially, you know, either at release to support the company, right? Or even just, you know, get it at discount when they're being liquidated. But of course, it would have been better to support the indie developers, I guess. Okay, do I want to try to kill all these guys? It's probably that room on the bottom probably has something. What a chaotic room. I don't think I should have skipped level 2. This dungeon's tough. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Nintendo Ghost says, I had sleepovers as a kid and played games I wish I could afford, and now that it's overpriced, I still can't afford it. Yeah, there was a sweet spot of a golden era when we could afford those games, like, you know, right at the cusp of the next generation, you know, I think. Kosh says, oh yeah, Mother 2 US was hella overpriced even back at its retail. Oh, really? It was $80 due to the huge player guide that game came with in America. Was there a period where they were liquidating the game, though, Kosh? Because that would have been a really cool time to buy, even though maybe we could have supported them at release. What do you think? If you have an opinion on it. Kaj is a huge fan of the Mother series, but he likes Mother 1 better than Mother 2. Oh god, I can't believe it! Jeez, I'm sorry for yelling there. Died to one of those little water droplet dudes, or I think, yeah. Gosh. I like the entire Mother series. Mother 2 is my least favorite in the trilogy, though. I think it's interesting, like Nathan was asking me this, I didn't know exactly what to tell him, Kaj. Like, I know approximately, or, you know, I know some aspects, I think, but do you have a succinct way in which you can explain why you prefer Mother 1 over Mother 2? Just, you know, for anybody curious right now, and I'll tell this to Nathan. I think you like the feel of the game better, basically, right? Nintendo Go says, one time I seen a game with a fancy box art, and being a horror movie lover, I bought it. Turns out LJN ruined parts of my childhood with Friday the 13th. Yikes. Was it a really bad game? I know that there's a lot of memeing that goes around LJN, you know, with the AVGN and all that. Really bad. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, man. Kosh says, I like Mother 1 the most because the characters are way more relatable and actually have a reason for going on their adventure, while Mother 2, they just got with the cliche overused Chosen One trope for why the protagonists are on their adventure. Okay, thank you. That was the sense I had of it, Kaj. Say, for instance, Ninten, who is related to the main character in some way, shape, or form, not specifying why, because spoilers. But yeah, exactly. Santiago says, I personally think Mother 2 has an amazing vibe. Yeah, I absolutely agree. It's one of my all-time favorites for sure. No question. Kosh says, Lloyd, who was bullied and had no friends, finally got a friend with Ninten and just wanted to hang out with his only friend because he never really had the chance to do so ever. Anna, who joins Ninten and gang in hopes of finding her lost mother that was abducted by the main antagonist. That's some good points, Kaj. But thanks a lot for that explanation. Slippery Santiago says, I'm sure if Mother 1 came out on SNES, it'd be just as good vibe-wise. Yeah, in all likelihood, yes. Kaj says, and Teddy, who is super cliche but still had a reason to join, aka avenge his dead parents who were killed by the main antagonist's henchmen. I just copy-pasted that into my notes on the Discord just so I could refer Nathan to that, because I wouldn't be able to summarize it as well as you explained. Cool, thanks. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, so if anybody knows if there's a reward for killing all these things, I would be happy to know. If not, it's alright, but my sense is that the door on the bottom would probably open if we defeat all of these dudes, but maybe not. Kosh says, not to mention Mother 1 just seemed way more fleshed out as it's explained in outside media. Ah, like the world of Mother 1. Nintendo Go says you're correct about the door. Okay, thanks a lot for that, man. Kosh says, the player guide and encyclopedia explains the exact population in every town in the game of Mother 1, as well as explains everyday occurrences that happen in each town. Okay, very interesting. You have a very thorough perspective on this, Kaj. It's really appreciated to know. Oh God, no! Okay, I think I'm gonna use bombs because we would prefer to not die. No! Oh my God, finally. Kosh says, not saying Mother 2 is bad, not at all, but story-wise it's a complete downgrade from Mother 1. I respect your perspective on it, definitely. Oh my God, What in tarnation? This almost seems like a ROM hack or like, you know, anti-piracy measures. And it's like the game thinks you're playing the wrong, like a not legitimate version, and it's giving you way too many enemies. Kaj says, especially with the main antagonist, which yes, is the same as Mother 2. Same, but Mother 2 makes him seem like another cliche bad guy who does evil stuff just because when it's explained in Mother 1 the reason for what he's doing and why he's doing it. Yeah, so many of them, Kaj. It's like, is that seems like an anti-piracy measure almost. Like is the game actually designed that way? What the heck, man? Okay, is there a reward for defeating these guys? I'm hoping not. It's just too many. Man, they just massacred the frame rate while they were on screen. Kosh says, I feel like game devs got bored and copy-pasted an F-ton of those in a room, because why not? Yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's like an optional item? No, it isn't, right? You need that. It's the raft. No, I think you need the raft. Wow. So you really have to eliminate every enemy full of room, every room full of enemies, sorry. Because otherwise you might miss things. Oh god, no! Okay, I hope I'm not gonna get in trouble for the map of this level. I remember this being a somewhat controversial thing here. Oh my god. Kosh says, I should DM you a link to the Mother Encyclopedia as well as the Mother 1 and Mother 2 novel adaptation, all translated into English by fans. Okay, yeah, sure, man. That sounds awesome. Thank you. Nintendo Go says, fun fact, Enter the Gungeon is a fun dungeon game that has dark nuts and a level boss similar to the sorcerer from A Link to the Past. You mean Aghanim? Wow, cool. Kosh says, what do you mean, bro? The map is just a little dude dancing. What do you mean? Yeah, nice way to see it. It's a good way to see it. Okay, I think we're gonna get stomped here. Okay, actually, I won't do this. I'll just go to the previous. I'll go to the path that I haven't taken yet. Probably both, right? What? Just one. Okay. Did you get the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall? Nice. So that would have made the dark nuts easier. Okay, Okay, I think I'm just going to get an intentional game over to refill my life. Nintendo Go says, I hate to point it out, but that level map is a bit edgy, and I don't know why they shaped it like that. Yeah, I know, that's why I said I hope I won't get in trouble for this map, you know? Yeah, I hope it's fine. Like, imagine they put Legend of Zelda on the banned games because of the shape of this map. I know the reason they did it. I know why. I think I know probably why they did it. It's because it's a symbol of, like, you know, before the current association with it. It's like a symbol of luck, something like that. It's like a symbol of luck. Anyway, I forget. Like a symbol of luck or something in Indian culture and maybe other cultures as well. So they might have just had that association more with it than the more controversial one. In China, it was the symbol of long life and prosperity. Ah, yes. That sounds about right. Yeah, in Indian cultures as well, it's associated with spiritual divineness, or maybe divinity, something like that, right? The symbol was used everywhere in a bunch of cultures, but nowadays, unfortunately, it's only associated with one specific thing. Yeah, that's my understanding of it as well, yeah. Okay, so we've got to wipe out these guys somehow. It's gonna be rough. Okay, yeah, if we got the sword from the waterfall dude, it would probably be easier. That's right. So we've got to go for that next. We've got to look for the waterfall. God! Yeah, that's symbol, Ariel. Oh, God! No! Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna leave here and go get the sword from the waterfall dude. Nintendo Go says, of course I've seen people play Castle Wolfenstein on stream, so this should be okay compared to that. Yeah, hopefully. Ariel says, yes, it is terrible that it is just associated to that. Especially if symbols actually have power. If symbols actually have power, and say a symbol is actually, you know, like good and powerful in some way, but it, like, you can't use it anymore because of some, like, you know, unsavory association, that is unfortunate. If symbols actually have power, that's a big if, I guess. Kosh says, oh, one thing before reading at least the Mother 1 novel adaptation. Arl says they have the power people give to them, for better or worse. Kaj says Ninten is called Ken in the novel, so when you read, just didn't want you to get confused. Okay, thanks for the heads up, man. Okay, so I am looking for a waterfall now. Kosh says, yeah, a symbol is meaningless unless you yourself put the meaning into them. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right, but there are... Like, I'm not an expert at it. I haven't really done research into it, but there are some people that think that symbols have certain inherent kind of power to them. Or, you know, meaning. which, you know, it's a little weird to say, but it's a kind of like a metaphysical or esoteric kind of thing, I think. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to know for sure. I think it's hard to know for sure, but maybe there is some actual, you know, solid research on it. Oh god, no! Okay, alright. Anyway, we'll get back there fast. Okay, see you, Ariel. Thanks again for hanging out. Okay, maybe the waterfall is this way? Oh no, the waterfall is there, I believe. At the top of that staircase. No, it's this one. Pay me, and I'll talk. Nah, I'll look it up online. I think. Oh, master using it, and you can have it. Have this. Master using it, and you can have this. Okay? Please. Give it to me. Why? Alright, I'm gonna look that up. Because I do think I remember reading that that was a mistranslation, so I want to see, like, what's the actual information there. For those who don't know, so this is from r/TrueZelda. From Mido128, he says, for those who don't know, you can only get the white sword once you have 5 heart containers, and the magical sword when you have 12. Let me explain why the old man's message actually makes sense. The literal translation from the Japanese is, if you can use this masterfully, then I will let you have it. So we need to have 5 heart containers before coming back to this dude. Kosh says, I think I told you this before, but NES and SNES localizations make me laugh from how crappy the translations are, LMAO. Yeah. Who knows whose fault that is? Like, is it, you know, English speakers who didn't really understand the Japanese, or is it Japanese who didn't really understand the English that they were putting into it? Kosh says, well, it's usually pure English speakers who work on the translation. Well, that's really peculiar then, wouldn't you say? It's like... Maybe they just didn't care enough, or they were just so overworked, or they didn't have the time or something. Who knows? Maybe they thought that the game was not such a big deal, so, like, the lore didn't matter that much. I don't know. They are just given notes by Japanese speakers on what words mean and what not. Ah, I see. So they weren't like fluent in Japanese themselves, perhaps. Maybe that's the issue, right? I think I do want to go to level 2. Okay, I am going to bring up the instruction booklet, so let me bring that up, because it does tell you how to get to level 2. The ruins at the top right are the entrance to the level 2 labyrinth. To get here, Link has to go around the outer right of the map and pass through the big forest. Mind your step, though. Don't get lost. There's the level 2. Okay, I see. So we're almost there, actually. Kosh says, I love Phil Sandhop to death, Mother 1 English translators, but even he oversimplified so much of the text that it kind of sounds trivial and mysterious in a way when it shouldn't be like that. I think the worst of the worst localizations have to be Ocarina of Time Spanish localization, LMAO. Oh, well that sounds interesting. I'd like to check that out sometime. I don't think I know about how bad that is. Literally just the English version, but inside the box is a huge booklet of every text in the game in English on one side, and on the other side the Spanish translation of it. What? Are you for real? So they didn't translate it, but they gave you like a translation book, so Spanish players would have to open up the book and find the exact sentence that's on screen? What? That's borderline insane, man. Wow. That's like almost unbelievable. No! Alright, get free farming here now. Spanish localizations have always been ass, honestly. I guess devs are too lazy to translate stuff into Spanish. That's a bummer, because there is quite a big Spanish-speaking population in the world, right? So it would seem like should be useful, right? Are you Spanish-speaking yourself, Kaj? Or do you just know, like did you know about this because of personal experience, or you just heard about it at some point? At some point in your travels. You speak a little Spanish. Okay, cool. Did you learn it in school, or like from some other method? What? Oh, maybe I already got this. but I have a bunch of Spanish-speaking friends on their stories about games there and stuff. Okay, interesting. I think FF7 was kind of the breaking point for Spanish localization. Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way? No! Oh, Nintendo Ghost says go all the way to the right. Okay, thank you, man. Yeah, I think I should just go to the right from the start. That's right. Kosh says there were so many grammar issues and typos in that version of FF7 that you'd think it was made by a middle schooler for a Spanish project. Oh man, jeez. That's unfortunate. For such a great game to suffer from that. What a bummer. So much that Aerith is literally misgendered through the entire game as a male. What? How could they make that mistake? There's even there's at least one spelling mistake even in the English FF7. When there's the text because you are a puppet, it's like B-A cause. A lot of typos in the original English release of FF7 as well. Ah, yes. Of course, through current gen ports of the game, they were fixed. Hold on a second, let me bring up that map one more time, because what's going on here? So we're there. Okay, so we're actually pretty close to it. I just have to go the correct way. Alright. Kaj says there was even an old early 2000s ROM hack of FF7 titled BA Cause just to fix those grammar issues and typos. Oh man. Yeah, for such a dramatic moment to have that. It's funny. Do you have any favorite current gen ports of FF7, Kaj? What I've only played through FF7 once, and when I do get back to playing it, I'm thinking I'm gonna play the original on like the original PlayStation version, just for the graphics. Like the PC versions, there's something that rubs me the wrong way about the graphics. Do you have any favorite current gen FF7 ports, like the PC port or some other port? And if I were going to play it, I would probably be inclined to play the original PlayStation version. Oh my god, I finally found it. Jeez. Took long enough. Nintendo Ghost says, best attack in FF7 is equip mime 3 times, then use round table. Even Ruby Weapon can't take it. Okay. I don't remember too much about good strategies in the game. I've only played it once. I did look up the how to make a gold chocobo so that you could get to the Knights of Round Island and get that materia. Kosh says, well, all the current gen console ports are the same, which was based on the Steam PC port. I see. So probably the best way is still, I guess, with the original. Like, for everything except typos. So I find, I don't know, even the there's something wrong with, there's something, like, subpar about the music in the PC version compared to the PlayStation. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, though. And the graphics, like, I don't know. You're thinking of a PC port back in 1999. Oh, okay, I see. So maybe the Steam version is totally fine. By the way, yeah, I think I was trying to do some research on scanlines and whatnot, like can you add scanlines to a PC game? And it seems that you can, so I think any game, like henceforth, any game that was originally designed to be viewed on a monitor or TV with scanlines, I'm probably going to add scanlines, because it looks better to my eyes. Kosh says, yeah, PCs back then weren't as powerful as consoles just yet, so all the game's OST were changed into MIDI files, so a game could fit on a single PC disc. Wow. That was kind of a bad decision, I guess, but maybe they couldn't do much else at the time. It was so satisfying watching the animated series to hear this sound effect. That's like one of the most satisfying sound effects of all time. Nintendo Go says, I think this game does a nod to Indiana Jones. Look at what the snakes are called here. It's not snakes, it's a rope. Oh yeah, you're right. I know it's rope. I remember ever since, I think I knew for a long time, but especially since the AVGN video where he's like, they're not snakes, they're called rope. I don't remember which video that's from exactly. It might be chronologically confused about Zelda. It might be that one. But yeah, they're rope. But yeah, I saw it earlier in the manual as well. Kosh says, funnily enough, lots of kids back then didn't own a PS1, so they were forced to play the PC version back in '99 and had to listen to the mediocre MIDI file versions of the songs. Damn, what an injustice. Very, very unfortunate. Nintendo Go says, I remember when AVGN goes, those are like. What? That's it. They're like. I don't remember that so clearly. Kosh says, One Winged Angel didn't even have vocal lyrics in the PC version in 1999, LMAO. Wow, too bad. You need the powerful music to get the full impact of the game. There's no other way. yeah, definitely, even though there's some things about this game that, you know, maybe are, they leave a bit to be desired in some aspects, it's just such a good vibe just playing this game. Even if you're struggling and dying, it's just a really good vibe. Really good vibe, good feel. What? How did that happen? Was that a glitch or something, or did I get some kind of item? What was up with that? God, what a room. Wow. I do want to see if there's some secret under one of these Armos. I'm guessing in all likelihood there isn't. Okay, so I checked the top row on that death. Next death, I will check the bottom row. Hey James, amazing to see this game. I'm happy to hear that you feel that way. I thought you wouldn't like this kind of old, you know, 8-bit kind of thing. But I'm glad that you have an appreciation for it. It's a really good feel to the game. Definitely one of the all-time classics. I don't like the GFX, but this game with its open world and its roots, obviously. Okay, I see. I don't mind the graphics, it's just, you know, it's just the vibe. It's all about the vibe. And it's the first place where we get the Zelda theme song. That's big, that's huge. You're playing Twilight Princess on Wii, it's actually amazing. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can see why some people really like it, like Ariel. It's one of his favorite Zeldas, or maybe his favorite Zelda. It's a respectable position. Oh god. Okay, I think I'm gonna use bombs there. It's too much going on. Jeez. Yeah, some things about Twilight Princess, I don't know. There's just some things that put me a little bit off from from you know, fully embracing Twilight Princess. The nostalgia of 1998 and 2000 still takes it for me. Yeah, same, man. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are legendary. Yes, indeed. Nintendo Go says, it's the Legend of Zelda and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Yeah. Man, what were they thinking? I'm sorry about that. My Nintendo Ghost says, my personal favorite is PHG. What's your favorite Legend of Zelda? PHG, what's that? Is that Phantom Hourglass? Oh yeah, it is. That's your favorite one. Really? I can respect that. My favorites are Kosh says my favorite has to be 100% Minish Cap. It's a good one. It's a good one for sure. I like it. It's not one of my favorites, but it's probably like right below my favorites. In that tier, I would put it. My favorites are Majora's Mask and Link's Awakening, as well as like Ocarina and the Oracle games. And I would probably and you know, maybe Skyward. I would probably put Skyward Sword as well in there, maybe a little below, and probably Minish Cap like around that area. I think for me. Kosh says was never too much of a fan of the 3D Zeldas. You played through Ocarina and Majora's Mask, right, Kosh? And when did you play them? Was it back in the day or like further into the future? You played every Zelda game. Nice. I was always really called by Zelda. Like, it was just like I didn't have the game on NES. I didn't get Link to the Past when it was current. But I knew that every time I saw it, like the music and the gameplay, there was something really attractive about it to me. And I think the first Zelda game that I got for myself and that I actually completed was Link's Awakening. So I mean, maybe there's part of that for why I put Link's Awakening so much near the top, but I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. Kosh says last time I played Ocarina of Time was back in 2017 on my Wii U on VC. My least favorite Zelda game, IMO, has to be Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I 100% agree with that, Kosh. On Breath of the Wild. Okay, I'm just gonna focus on trying to get these guys out. Oh my god. Okay, so we can save bombs and just take the ferry. Oh my god, we got an upgraded boomerang. Nice. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, my thought is if you played Ocarina on Virtual Console, maybe that had some kind of effect on your enjoyment of the game, Kaj. Is that possible? I don't know. Nintendo Go says the remake of Link's Awakening is good, but it's the same. But I love the graphics though. Sleepy Bear Games told me that Link's Awakening remake is awesome, so I'm looking forward to it. I was a little put off myself on the graphics myself, like they kind of like it was rubbing me a little bit like Funko Pops, you know. I was getting that kind of vibe, and I was like really kind of unsure about it. But I'll have to judge for myself. It seems interesting. It should be good. If Nags liked it, I'm happy to have an endorsement of the game. The Magic Boomerang. Okay, thank you, Nintendo Ghost. Kosh says, it doesn't feel like a real Zelda game at all. It feels like a tech demo shown by Nintendo at a convention and them saying this is what a Zelda game could be like on our next-gen console. Feels way too open world for me, and there isn't really much dungeon crawling, adventuring IMO to me to feel like a Zelda game. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about Breath of the Wild. For me, you know, coming from the music perspective, there's just like so much of the game doesn't really have music, and that's kind of a bummer. It's like a letdown. It's not hype. Lack of enemy variety, lack of animal variety, lack of like dungeon variety, lack of musical variety. I hate the Korok seeds. It's like such a demotivating thing to find. I don't like the yahaha that they make. It gets under my skin, and it's like, yeah, it just feels like a physics engine, and it's like, okay, it's like a nice physics engine. Okay, yeah, you can do really impressive stuff with it, but that's like that's not what brought me to you know, have a lifelong love of the Legend of Zelda series, you know. Feels way too ambient. That's the word I was looking for. Don't get me started on the breaking items. For me, the item breaking I really don't mind whatsoever, because like, okay, you get lots of treasure, you can cycle through items, and they break, so you don't even have to worry about them. You're just like, okay, I got this, I'm gonna use it for a while for like a different aesthetic or slightly different like attack style, and it's gonna break, and that's okay. I'm gonna get other items. Like, I know a lot of people don't like the breaking items though. Why the hell does the Master Sword break though? It runs out of energy or something, right? And it needs to recharge. Because it's like a weakened state of the Master Sword, something like that. It's rusty. Or something like that. That was a key. Okay. Yeah, for me, that's why you're not too hyped for Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, Breath of the Wild 1... oh my god, man. Like, okay, look. I was just so mad about Breath of the Wild because it's like, okay, I bought the Wii U because I'm a big lifelong, I'm a devotee of Nintendo, basically, and I want the Zelda. I need the Zelda. Give me the Zelda. So it's like, okay, one way or another, I know I'm going to get the Wii U, so I'll just get it, and I know I'm going to get the Zelda eventually. But it doesn't even have the exclusive mainline Zelda game. So you could have technically skipped to Wii U and just played Breath of the Wild on Switch. And that really irked me. It, really rubbed me the wrong way. And not only that... Not only that, but it's just like, it's not really a good Zelda game. That's the problem. And it's like, okay, so, and one of my big issues with it is like, I like games that are not overly long. It can go up to 60 hours if it's good, sure. But like Ocarina of Time length is like kind of this, or Majora's Mask, 20 hours, whatever, something like that, tends to be the sweet spot, Or, maybe that's like in-game time, maybe real time, like 30 hours, 40 hours, something like that. But getting beyond that, and you're not even doing anything interesting, which is basically like what Breath of the Wild is. Like, it takes so many hours, but it's like just not interesting. And not only is it not interesting, but you don't even have the awesome music to jam to while you're playing. For the most part, like there are some nice tunes, but they're like really way too sparse. So yeah, I have no hopes for Breath of the Wild 2. Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Who knows? Nintendo Ghost says, fun fact: Robin Williams loved The Legend of Zelda so much that he was survived by his daughter Zelda Williams. Yeah, I knew about that, definitely. I wonder what she thinks about Breath of the Wild. She probably played it, I guess. Maybe she has a public opinion on it. I know there are a lot of lifelong Zelda fans that do like Breath of the Wild, so I don't go on an absolute hate rampage or a campaign of hatred against Breath of the Wild, because whatever, if some people like it, it's fine. I just feel like it kind of really stamped it, like it crushed and stomped and trampled what the series was supposed to be. And that's my problem, is that because it got so much critical acclaim, if Nintendo makes all future Zeldas based on like the template or what people liked about Breath of the Wild, then it's like I just have to get out of the series, basically. Like I have to stop caring about it. I have to not be like invested in it. Kosh says, speaking of that, would you name your child or pet based off of your favorite media, and if so, what would it be? This question goes to anyone. I don't know about that. I would probably, for naming children, I'd probably try to defer more to family traditions, personally. What do you think about, how do you feel about that, Kaj? Because back in the day, maybe I would have named like a daughter Zelda, maybe I would have named a son Link, maybe a son Mario, stuff like that, But I don't know, if you look at it, like, long-term, like, let's say the series goes south and it goes sour, like, it could get a little cringy. I don't know. What do you think, Kaj? I mean, sure, there's some fine names that I'm sure that regardless of what happens to the series, it could be just fine. It could endure the test of time. It's a tricky one, though. Think if a character has a basic name in the media, go on ahead. That might be a good take on it. The Dongo dislikes smoke. Nintendogo says, I have a cat named Fanta after the orange soda, but if I had a kid, I think Rock if it's a boy and Roll if it's a girl. That would be an interesting naming scheme. Rock and Roll. Kosh says, I'm 100% naming my son Ken as people that don't know about the Mother series, it's a normal sounding name to them. Now this is how... Oh, the dude! Who's the dude? That's... Oh my goodness, you're on YouTube. Hello! The dude. Now this is how real men play Zelda, standing up. Actually, it is Skyward Sword that first introduced me to... standing up gaming, because before that I was always sitting down, but with Skyward Sword it's like you've got to wave your hand around like you've got a sword, and I figured like, oh man, that would feel so good if you stood up. And so yeah, Skyward Sword is the game that actually introduced me to that idea. Naming your son Mega Man, Nintendo Ghost. that would be interesting. Supper's ready, Mega Man. Your meal is served. Kosh says, if I ever get a pet dog, we'll name him Mick. Is that a Mother 3? Is that a Mother 3 name? The dude says, nice. Actually, I was just playing Skyward Sword earlier. The Wii version or the Switch version? Kosh says it's the name of Nintendo's dog. Darn, I don't remember that. Did I miss that? Did I not see that, or did I just forget? I might have forgotten. Skyward Sword is one of my favorite Zelda games, actually. I like it more than Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Definitely a lot more than Breath of the Wild. It's probably Skyward Sword is probably like in my tier 2 of favorite Zelda games, below the Game Boy Colors and Ocarina and Majora's Ocarina. Or maybe third tier, like my first tier is probably... No, never mind, yeah, that's fine. As I said, it is fine, yeah. The dude says, I'm playing the Switch version. Okay, are you waving your arms around, or have you mapped it to the sticks? I don't know 100% how the controls work, but I think I heard that you can play without moving your hands around. Kosh says, if I get a daughter, then 100% Pauline. Paula, maybe? Pauling. Okay, interesting. Nintendo Ghost, I found you on YouTube, so I'm here as well now. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, sometimes I've had a few people find me on YouTube, like here and there, for somehow. That's cool. Kosh says the name of a character in TF2 is that Team Fortress 2, my second favorite game. Oh really? TF2. That's Team Fortress, right? Wow. You really have an eclectic taste, Kosh. I think, right? You have a very like you're very cultured. You know about many series. Wow, that was really easy. The dude says, while I agree that Skyward Sword is better than Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess is the best in my opinion. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I respect that opinion. The only opinion like I would say that I wouldn't respect is if somebody says Breath of the Wild is better than another Zelda game. Like if somebody likes Breath of the Wild, fine, but just don't say it's better than another Zelda game. Then other than maybe some of the lesser games, maybe like I don't know. I haven't played Triforce Heroes, but apparently it's like not good. It's barely a Zelda game. I don't know. Oh, hey Ariel. Yes, welcome back. Kosh says Breath of the Wild is better than Link to the Past. You're just trolling probably, right? Triforce Heroes is not even canon, says Ariel. Okay, I see. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I think Kaj is just playing around with us. But yeah, Ariel likes Twilight Princess as I think his favorite Zelda game or among his favorite Zelda games, right, Ariel? Oh god, no. Oh god. That's a little bit of a bummer, but actually not a big deal. So now, okay, now going back to the waterfall to pick up the white sword, I think. The dude says, I 100% agree with you there. The Breath of the Wild is a little overrated. Yeah, at least a little overrated, I would say, yeah. Nintendo Go says, I did just get on eBay a link to the past for 40 USD today. That sounds not bad, I guess, considering the inflation that retro games have been going through. I think I paid maybe like 25 or 30 Canadian, like maybe about at least a decade ago, I think. Kaj says, shaking my head, bro. Can't believe you spent your hard-earned money on the worst media in existence. Yeah, Kaj is just doing a little trolling. So I always loved this overworld theme ever since I first heard it. But then Link to the Past really did it justice. It did it exactly the right way. And Link's Awakening is like crazy beautiful overworld theme as well. Like just one of the greatest pieces of music of all time, like from my perspective anyway. I can't get enough of it. Nintendo Go says, I got all 3 DK Country games for 20 euros each, which is about that in USD. Yeah, that's a good price, man. That's a good price. I bought 2 and 3 recently for like 40 Canadian for 2 and 45 Canadian for 3, I believe. Arl says, one of those 3. I like certain aspects of Breath of the Wild, but overall it was very disappointing. I agree with that, yeah. The dude says, but what do you think overall about Breath of the Wild what do you think about Breath of the Wild overall? Kind of curious now. Well, I just said this earlier. You probably weren't here. So I discussed this with Kaj. So personally, like, I mean, there is a lot to say about Breath of the Wild, basically. So I might forget some things, but basically, like little variety in enemies and animals. And so for a game that demands you to play so many hours, pretty much, or expects you to play so many hours, there's so little variety. Like I don't know, what is there, like maybe 8 or 10 different kind of enemies, and then the rest is just like recolors? Something like that. I'm approximating. And also animals. You would think with such a big map, like why can't we get some more animal diversity and variety? It just seemed like they cut effort there, where maybe they needed more time, but they should have just taken more time then. And I find the shrines are not really that exciting to do, and the music is really not hype. There's like not one of the things I loved about Zelda for my whole life is the music, oftentimes. And so for a lot of the game, you barely get any music, and it's just like, okay, I have to spend so much time playing through this game that's like relatively empty. I'm not a big fan on just like, okay, yeah, you see this place in the distance and you can go there. I'm like, okay, so what? I got a Korok seed, like, okay, big whoop. At least give me some hype music, and they can't even give you that for the most part. You get some here and there, but it's sparse. And I like games that are kind of tight on the time, like, and they respect your time, like about the length of Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. So it's like really dense. It respects your time. You can have like short sessions here and there, and you get a good bit of progress done, and it's satisfying. With Breath of the Wild, it's just like, I feel like it kind of doesn't respect your time as much as, you know, the classics, the more classic games. Ariel says, I like some of the open world aspects and the exploration. Yeah, it's cool at first. Like, I pretty much enjoyed my first like 30 hours of the game, I would say, which is like a long time, to be fair. But I don't know, for it to just like go off a cliff like that, I don't know. Anyway, I haven't finished the game. I only did 2 of the dungeons, and I didn't beat Final Ganon. So I will have to revisit at some point and finish it off so I can give a more informed opinion. But yeah, more or less that. For me, anyway. Ariel says the animals and monsters were just slightly modified versions of an original template. It would depend on which aspects we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, the open world is what Kaj was referring to. And Kaj says, it's a good game in general, but IMO worst Zelda game. It's a fine game. It's a fine game on its own, but I like to play Zelda, you know, when I get the, you know, a mainline Zelda series, Zelda game, like, I want to play Zelda. Like, give me Zelda, man. Some aspects of the story were just wacky, IMHO. And you know, even the title of the game, I don't know. Like, maybe Breath of the Wild was okay as a working title, but it's not even an item or a thing in the game. It's just like, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Use your imagination to infer what Breath of the Wild means. It's a bad title. It's a bad title. I know some people like it, but I don't know. It sounds lazy to me. They should have come up with a better title. But I mean, at the same time, you know, maybe it's easy to be a critic and all that. So, you know, take my criticisms with a grain of salt, as it were. What level is this? Ariel says, not in the positive sense, I may add. Oh, yeah. The shrines and divine beasts were too similar to each other, too. Yeah, exactly. Just too repetitive. Yeah, that's the thing with Breath of the Wild. A lot of repetition, not super satisfying, from my experience, anyway. Like, it's okay, but just give me some substance, man. It's like, what do you say? What's the expression? Like it's like an ocean wide but a puddle deep. Like, that's what Breath of the Wild seems to be for the most part. Aside from the physics, which is like, okay, fine, it's an impressive physics engine, and you can do a lot of things. You can get like to a really high skill level and know all kinds of things about the physics possibilities of the games. But since when have I played Zelda for physics? Like, I mean, yeah, you like a decent amount of physics, but I'm not looking forward to Zelda for a bloody physics engine. Yeah, just too repetitive, that's it. The dude says, also the game is pretty weird in general, like that one main quest where Link has to cross-dress to enter Gerudo Town, like, WTF. Yeah, that's a funny one. Nintendo Go says, did you talk to the old man? I'm looking for the waterfall and to go get the white sword so we can return to level 3. Oh yeah, it's here. I'm sorry. I think? No. Hold up. I'm lost compared to where I was, I think. behind the tree for a secret. What? Oh my god, thanks for the tips, Nintendo Ghost. Ariel says there are games that make a smooth transition between open world and linearity as you progress on the main story quest. Breath of the Wild was not it. Just open world is so unappealing. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, there's something cool about it, but yeah, just the fact of something being open world was never like a selling point to me. Like, I don't know. The dude says, do you think Breath of the Wild 2 will fix things up? You know, I would hope so. But I'm not, like, I don't have any hopes. Like, I would hope so, but I'm not expecting anything. I have zero expectations. Like, if anything, I'm just expecting to be disappointed, basically. And, you know, especially if it's called, like, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it's building up, like, I don't even want to see anything for Breath of the Wild anymore. Like, I'm pretty peeved about the fact that, like, Smash Ultimate, Link's default costume is his Breath of the Wild outfit. I just don't want to, like, I wish I could go back. I wish I could erase Breath of the Wild from existence, basically. Like, I don't want to see any references to it. Like, I wish we could forget it, and that's never gonna happen. And that bugs me. That bugs me. I feel like Ganon won or something. Like, this is the wrong timeline. Anyway. Ariel says some balanced combination seems more my cup of tea. Okay, yeah, sorry about that divergence there. Part of the wall is fake. What's that about? Okay, so Nintendo Go said, did you talk to the old man? Go behind the tree for a secret. Part of the wall is fake. Is this the tree you mean? Thanks, the dude. You know, in a sense, Link's Awakening is maybe really extremely linear. But okay, so here's my favorites basically for, you know, like open / like linear / non-linear. I really like, you know, these are just, you know, cliche examples probably, but really like Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Ocarina, and Majora. Like it's that simple. But they lost the spark at some point for that. You know, probably Wind Waker and Twilight Princess work well too. Skyward Sword is extremely linear. I like the game, but yeah, definitely Skyward Sword leans heavily on the linearity, I would think. Breath of the Wild. Ariel says Breath of the Wild was a traumatic experience for you. A little bit. Just because I felt like I was so excited to be playing it, and I was enjoying it at first. Like, you know, there's a bit of a learning curve, but then you feel like, okay, it's finally, like, it's going, we're getting the ball rolling, and then you start getting bored, and you're like, okay, I've already seen this before. Like, is there anything new? Like, did I already see everything the game has to offer, but I haven't even, completed, like, 50% of the map or whatever? And then at some point you realize, okay, I've pretty much seen everything in the game. Like, okay, yeah, maybe there's, like, 2 more Divine Beasts to do. Like, big deal. And there's, like, 0 interesting NPCs for the most part. There's, like, nothing. It's nothing compared to Majora's Mask. And you see so many, like, of the same scripted events, like, that just happen, and, like, copy-paste, like, so, like, you know, you see these NPCs, and they're getting attacked or something, and then you've got to save them, and then you get, like, you know, peanuts as a reward, basically. And then the same thing happens over and over, and it's just, like, it's not interesting. Oh, Kosh says it's a placeholder name. Okay. Nintendo Ghost says Breath of the Wild is not as bad as Wand of Gamelon, but nothing is that bad. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point, I guess. Kosh says they will probably just call it The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. yeah, imagine. Ariel says, if you get around to play FF12, it is somewhat open world but mostly linear. Yeah, I will play FF12 when I get to my Final Fantasy, when I get to the Final Fantasy series. Yes, definitely. Kosh says, what are you talking about to the Nintendo Ghost? The Wand of Gamelon is the best Zelda game. Ariel says, I think you may like how it is balanced. Okay, yeah. I'll take your word on it, Ariel, definitely. Oh, no! Okay, no, it's okay. I freaked out. I thought I pressed the wrong button or something, but no, it was just the Z button. Okay, Nintendo Ghost, would you like to give me any information about what I'm looking for here? If you don't mind. Nintendo Ghost says, I like your moderator, this one has jokes. Yeah, Kaj is he's a funny, smart, witty guy. He's a really good dude overall, yeah. Kaj says, I still can't get over the fact that Super Mario 64 was originally just a placeholder title. Oh, really? I didn't know that. And it became so iconic, right? The 64 suffix and all that. Ariel says, I fully understand if it is a turnoff for you. It's probably gonna be fine, I think. Nintendo Ghost says, just walk up into the wall and you should be able to walk into it. Kosh says, like, we could have gotten an actually way cooler title than that. I think Super Mario 64 is a good title, personally. Walk up. Walk into the wall, you should be able to walk into it. You mean like right above the tree or what? Like all along this wall? Kaj says, IMO just added 64 to the end of whatever series it's from just ain't it. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I can get your perspective. I like for me the 64 works okay. It's fine for me. Like you don't need not everything needs a witty subtitle, like a witty subtitle, I think. Okay, so I'm walking behind here, like it's not doing anything. Do I need to put a bomb or something? Oh my god, what? Oh jeez. Okay, well thanks for that, Nintendo Ghost. Yeah, you're right. I guess if we paid the old man... No, that was a money game, that's right. I guess we would have found this secret from somewhere in the game. Anyway. Arl says Final Fantasy XII is about 41 hours for the main story. Okay. That should be okay. Should be fine. Okay, thanks again for that, Nintendo Ghost. It's a secret to everybody. Okay, we get 100. Nice. Ariel says 100% completion is over 100 hours. Yikes. Okay, so maybe I won't go for 100 in FF12, right? Kosh says what they should have done was call Mario 64 Super Mario Bros. 64. Well, that wouldn't really be accurate, right? Because Luigi's not in it. Nintendo Go says, don't tell him I told you it's supposed to be a secret to everyone. Okay, I won't. Kosh says, but like the 6 is like small in the logo. So it looks like Super Mario Bros. 4. Ah. But Super Mario 4 is Super Mario World, so it kind of wouldn't really work, right? Oh no, is 255 rupees the max, actually? It might be. They only called Super Mario World Super Mario Bros. 4 in Japan, though. But it's pretty obvious, though, that it's that, right? check the bottom 2. Top 2. Alright. Check these other 4. A secret is in the tree at the dead end. There's the hint for that. Okay, so right now I am looking for the waterfall to get the white sword. Kosh says, it's not like Nintendo hasn't effed up number continuity in the past before then. What was a good what's a good mess up on the numbering in your opinion, Kaj? I'm not thinking of any in particular right now. If you've got any in mind. Thanks, Nintendo Ghost. No! No! Okay. Alright. The dude says, you know what's the worst part for us OG fans? Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game in terms of sales. It sold 24.13 million copies, and for many people, when they think about Zelda, they think about Breath of the Wild. Nintendo won't bring the original Zelda formula back after their successes. Yeah, I said that before. I said that before you got here. That's part of my problem with Breath of the Wild, is just like how popular it is and how successful it was. Because now it means like goodbye to the old Zelda series, right? Unless Nintendo does like, you know, their switcheroo that they used to do, where it's like, okay, you like this? Well, we're gonna give you another thing. But probably they're gonna try to keep, you know, they're gonna probably try to build upon the success of Breath of the Wild. You know, I think. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this beeping out as soon as possible. Okay, master using it, and you can have this sword. Oh, sorry. Master using it, and you can have this. Oh, okay, if I pause, the beeping goes away. Alright. Kaj says, I forget what the original title was, but they made a Bomberman spin-off in Japan and mainline sequel to Bomberman. Is that Nintendo, though? Because I'm just trying to specifically think of Nintendo numbering, you know, chronologically confused about Nintendo game numberings. Nintendo Go says, okay, he means master using it. That means you need enough heart containers. Yeah, I looked it up before, and that's the information I got. Oh yeah, now we'll just take the death. In America, says Kaj. Okay, I see. So that was Nintendo's choice in America. Well, yeah, this was back when Capcom and Square made their projects on Nintendo consoles. Okay, I didn't know that Bomberman was originally a Nintendo exclusive. By the way, this is just a little off topic, but anybody been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? I really didn't need that. I really didn't need Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel to come out at this time, because I was already kind of busy on things. Then I had, you know, the personal issue come up this week, which also consumed a lot of my time and energy. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So now I've got to be regularly doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Dude says, also, Breath of the Wild 2 looks like it's highly inspired by Skyward Sword with the sky and all that, so goodbye to originality, I guess. Just give an even bigger and emptier overworld in the skies. Hey, maybe. So yeah, just don't get your hopes up, but, you know, we might get pleasantly surprised somehow. Who knows? Also, I don't know. I really hope Link... I hope that Link doesn't have a robotic arm. It's like, whatever, it's fine. Maybe it's gonna be fine for the game, but I don't know, like, if Link has, whatever, maybe it's fine, you know, no disrespect to amputees, you know, people who have prosthetics. I just hope it's not gonna lean in transhumanism, because I just don't like that topic, you know, I don't like the theme of transhumanism. Earl says I'm starting school too, so not a lot of time for video games. Yes, very, very fair point, man. Still waiting for FF16 to come out. You gonna play Dread sometime soon, or are you gonna put that on the back burner for a while? Because it's worth playing. Upon retrospect, it's not... I feel like it's probably not as good as, like, Super Metroid and Zero Mission overall, but it's still a super worthy experience. The dude says, and I don't like the Gerudo outfit, I hope they get rid of it. Oh, no problem, Kaj. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about the cross-dressing issue. What was I talking about? I don't know. I mainly just asked if anybody played Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Master. And like, I wasn't expecting it to come out, but I know that I've been itching to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And, you know, for an up-to-date, powerful simulation of the game to come out, I knew that I just have to start devoting regular time into it, basically. And I was already kind of busy and tight on time, but I just have to do it. Oh, just heard you mention Metroid. Yeah, I asked Ariel if he played Dread yet, but that I don't feel like it's better than Super Metroid and Zero Mission, but it's still a really top-notch game that needs to be experienced. The dude says, wow, look at that, the Manji dungeon. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Manji is exactly, but I think I know what you mean, though. Nintendo Ghost says, I have Dread, but I still have not played it. When you get the chance to do it, Nintendo Ghost, it's highly recommended, but I would say if you haven't played all the other Metroid games, or at least the mainline series, then you should probably do it. Ariel says, I think I speak for all of us here, but we don't like Breath of the Wild mainly because it deviates from how Zelda games originally were. It's just not Zelda anymore. Yeah, exactly. Especially in music. When have we had a Zelda game with so little music? I mean, yeah, we've had some ambient noises in dungeons since N64. But like the main sonic backdrop of the game is not silence. And you know, some people say, oh, the nature's so beautiful and the nature sounds and all that, but really, like, Nintendo Switch level graphics pale in comparison to actual nature. So I'm like, okay, if I wanted nature, I would just go outside. I wouldn't play a video game to experience nature, for God's sake. And you know, the natural sounds, they start to feel a little too unnatural. Like they don't feel organic enough, really. Like there's too many repeated sounds. It's just like not organic enough. And I just don't like this. I don't even like the sonic design of Breath of the Wild, just like the whole thing about it. And oh my god, I forgot to mention this, but the major tests of strength and the minor tests of strength, like what an annoying sound, what an annoying battle music, and it's like this super short loop, and I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking. It's like they really needed more development time and polishing, I think. But they just said, okay, let's just copy-paste this everywhere, give like hundreds of hours of gameplay, but, you know, very little depth and very little interest. Nintendo Ghost says, I have all of them, including Samus, Return of Samus and the Prime Trilogy. Have you played all of them yet, Nintendo Ghost? I haven't played Samus Returns myself. I played Return of Samus Colorized and AM2R, but not the 3DS game. Ariel says, the music is ambient, which would have been okay if they limited to some of the open places in Hyrule. Yeah, that's the problem is you get more non-music than you get music. In my gameplay that I remember anyway. Like there isn't a cold song, it's just like cold ambience. What a bummer. Oh, Nintendo Ghost says I played all of them. Okay, not nice. Yeah, improve the music and add diversity in the songs. The dude says they were going for a sci-fi theme with the robots and all, and the sound design is supposed to be artistic, but I don't see how random piano notes are artistic. I don't know if I heard about random piano notes. Like, I mean, it's coherent enough, the piano stuff, but yeah, it just pales in comparison to every previous epic Zelda track, basically. There's some nice arrangements in there, but you don't hear them enough. Ariel says, it is too bland even in dungeons and shrines. Yeah, that's the problem. The shrines have such a, like, energy-draining, like, feel to them. It should be kind of, like, pump or creepy, but it's just, like, it's just drab. I don't know how to say it. It's just, like, get me out of here. It's like, unappealing, is all I can say, I guess. Some of the songs would just make me sleep, says Ariel. Yeah, man, that's how I feel about it. And not in a good way. Not like, oh man, this is so good that I could just, like, die now and listen to this beautiful music. Not in that way. Nintendo Ghost says, I'm headed out, but I wanted to thank you for all the raids, and I got affiliate last Thursday. Oh man, congratulations. Did you accept you accepted the affiliate, right, I guess? So, but yeah, thank you for hanging out, Nintendo Ghost. Very kind. And yeah, I unlocked affiliate as well, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. So it took me about 6 months total. So, but congratulations on getting the stats, Nintendo Ghost. You did it. Okay, cool. Keep up the good work, Nintendo Ghost. Good luck on your journey and your quest. The dude says, and dude, the freaking bosses in that game too just copy and paste the same guy 4 times. Oh really? I haven't even finished 2 of the Divine Beasts, so I don't even know if it's I don't even know that that's copy-pasted. But yeah, even just like, oh my god, this is like such a travesty. I don't know how they got away with this, but what the heck is up with all the feats of strength? The major test of strength and the minor test of strength. Like, could they have gotten any more lazy than to copy-paste the same battles, like, you know, whatever n number of times? It just blows my mind. Like, how did they let that happen? Yeah, cheers, Nintendo Ghost. Thanks a lot again. Best wishes to you. Okay, I've got to focus here. I can't look at the chat for a while, so, please understand. Oh, so if you kill those things with the white sword, the droplet dudes don't emerge. Nice. Oh, Blazer says, I just had some amazing buffalo wings, and now it's time to enjoy an amazing streamer. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. We didn't need the fairy Kaj because I'm at full life, I think, right? Oh, wow. I think bombs are advisable here. Get some bombs going here. Oh god. He's going so fast! What? Thanks for the tip, the dude. Darn it. Alright, anyway, we should get back there. It's not gonna take long. With a well-placed shot, you can blow the whole thing up. Ah, okay, I'll try to aim for that. Thank you for that tip. Wait, does the magical boomerang actually stun these guys? Wonder. Doesn't look like it. No! If we get a fairy, that would be really nice. Kosh says, man, you're making me want to play LOZ NES again now. LMAO. Hey man, it's just the vibe of the game. Like, regardless of maybe the design is like not the all-time best and all that, and it's just like a little cryptic here and there, but I mean, it's just part of the fun. It's just like such a good vibe, definitely. So, I mean, if you want to play it, then go for it. Okay, so let's try to get the right bomb here. Oh yeah, and it's easier to do if it's not going fast. So let's see. How about there? Wow, that was a close call. Thank you for the GG, dude. Thank you, Kaj. Alright, so we've done level... I think that's level 3. Yeah, so we've got 3 out of the 8 dungeons of the labyrinths done. They're actually not called dungeons in this game, it seems. They're called labyrinths. According to the manual, anyway. So yeah, one of the things about this game is that it's like the game has secrets inside, but some of them are not even the correct secrets, or some of them are just like really cryptic. So it's almost like they wanted to sell Nintendo Power with this game, or you know, Nintendo Power magazines. But it's just like it's like this cool aura about a game where it's like you can't find everything in the game itself. You've got to rely on like friends or you know helplines or the internet. You know, in the future, it's just cool. It's a cool vibe. Like, and you wouldn't want every game to be like that, but it's definitely a unique kind of vibe. Which, you know, some old games had. They had that kind of cryptic thing going. Kaj says, I feel like Labyrinth is a little more badass. Oh no, that was the dude. I'm sorry, that was the dude. Yeah, Labyrinth is a little more badass. Kaj says, yeah, I feel like they made the English localization crappy on purpose. Oh, do you think Labyrinth was a subpar name compared to Dungeon? Maybe. Oh no, I lost my spot. Can't wait to get the lantern and have to burn every single tree. Because some trees stand out, like visually. So you kind of get a hunch of, okay, which tree am I gonna have to burn? You start to get hunches. Pay me and I'll talk. Yeah, we're overloaded on rupees anyway. We're at the max, so may as well. Boy, you're rich. Okay, what's the hint? You hag? Ugh! Okay. Go north, west, south, west to the Forest of Maze, which means the Lost Woods. Northwest, southwest. Northwest, southwest. Up, left, down, left. Yeah, we got scammed, man. Okay, anyway, just talking about getting scammed. Okay, so I don't want to talk about this really, but I just want to say it. You know, just to give an idea about what happened, like what took up some of my time. So, basically, okay, so I live with my parents first of all. Okay. And somebody called my father, and my father thought that it was his cousin, his cousin that he hadn't seen in a long time or something, and that he needed some bail money to get out of jail because he was like in some kind of car crash, and like drugs were found in the car or something, but he wasn't associated with it, but he needed bail money, and that someone was gonna come pick up the cash. So against the begging from me and my mother, my father went ahead with it, and you know put the 7,000 cash in an envelope for some dude who was apparently supposed to be a federal trustee to come pick that up, and he fell for that. And I told him, man, like this is not legit. Like, don't do this. You have mental deficiencies. Please, like, defer judgment to us. But he didn't listen. So anyway, so I had to like be there and witness that, you know, and then I had to all kinds of like what a drain of time and energy, you know. Sorry, but it's my dad's fault. Yeah, absolutely. I agree 1,000,000%, Kaj. Like, I told him. He's just like, I don't know if he's got dementia or it's just like really, really low IQ or just like, I don't know. He's got a brain problem of some kind. Anyway, but yeah, it's his money. It's like I couldn't really stop him. He thought he was helping his cousin and all that. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it much. I just wanted to like mention it at some point when I'm talking about like this personal issue that came up that took a lot of time and stuff. That's all. The dude says, I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of like these cryptic hints these older games give you. Yeah, definitely. It's interesting. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Like, in a modern game, you might not like it so much, but at the same time, if it's like supposed to be the vibe of the game, then I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. The dude says, "Wow, that sucks. Scammers are the worst." Yeah, definitely. But I mean, like the thing is that it's definitely like my father basically is the biggest sucker in the world, or the most gullible, or something. You know, something's wrong, man. Anyway, did he ever get the money back? We're probably not going to, unless it gets tracked somehow, which I don't think is likely, but we'll see. I would say probably not. It's whatever. Hopefully that will be a lesson, you know? Personally, like, at the time, I didn't consider the possibility that maybe it was not his cousin, because I don't know what his cousin sounds like. I heard over the speakerphone, but, like, I didn't think, like, okay, maybe it's not his cousin. I was just thinking, okay, there's something, like, really fishy and not legit about this. But I didn't think in my mind that he could, like, not recognize his cousin properly, you know? So shame on me for that. For not thinking of it. So yeah, like, now that has wasted so much time, you know, and energy. Some family members came over to, like, discuss, like, is it possible that it was actually his cousin? And they're saying it's not, and it seems to be the case. Anyway, moving on from that, because I don't like thinking about it. Nice. The next dungeon, is this level 4 or 5? Level 6? What? So do we really want to skip over levels am I wanting to skip over levels 4 and 5 and go straight to 6? Oh god, the Wizrobes! Do it, why not, since you're there. I'm probably gonna die to some of these enemies, is the problem. Aim at the eyes of Goma. No! Dude says, I haven't played this game in a long time, but I know that the white tunic is pretty much essential if you don't want to get killed in one shot in these harder labyrinths. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Pretty sure I need some kind of protection. Anyway, so I'll give this a shot, but if I get way too much damage at some point, I'll go back. It's kind of fun to try them out of order. Like, let's say you stumble across it. It's cool to give it a shot. Can't remember how you get the white tunic, though. Maybe we'll find an appropriate hint for that. Oh god. Okay, yeah, something one-shotted me there. I wasn't at full health, though, so maybe I'll give one more shot to this dungeon. Otherwise, I'll come back later with a better tunic. By the way, one of my favorite... I always really liked the music in Zelda 1, definitely. Like, that was one of the things that really attracted me to the series in the first place, ever since I saw a glimpse of Zelda 1. Like, this music is just crazy, the overworld theme is crazy. Crazy good, I mean. And then one of the little things about Majora's Mask that I really like is those jams on the Game Over theme. Yeah, the Game Over theme and this music and the dungeon music, which you get in from the Zora musicians. Okay, I'll give it one more shot while focusing here. Oh, yeah. So those waves do a lot of damage. So it's probably better to just come back because we're gonna take one of those hits at some point. Oh, what? Went down the stairs sideways. Okay, Okay, I just want to check all these Armos. The dude says, I like the game over theme in this game. Simple but sad at the same time. Yeah, it's a beautiful tune. Where did it come from first? Was it in is it in Doki Doki Panic? I know it's in Super Mario 2, the US version. Right? It's the the credits theme, or no, the victory theme in. Oh, I'm forgetting. Sorry. Maybe it's not in a Mario game. I might be mistaken. No, I think it might not be actually. I'm confusing it with something else. Thinking is hard sometimes. Oh wow, there actually was a secret. What? What is that? Is there a difference? What's up with that? Just an alternate entrance for some reason, maybe. Or maybe that's used for the second quest. That's possible. Oh god. Okay, so I've got the raft actually, so I think there's somewhere along the water where we can use the raft. The dude says, so one thing I wanted to ask you is what do you think about Twilight Princess? Good, bad? So it has been a while since I played Twilight Princess, so it's hard for me to necessarily formulate all my thoughts immediately. But basically, I liked it more than Wind Waker, but it still felt like a pretty significant. I enjoyed it a significant amount less, I think, than Ocarina and Majora. And I liked Skyward Sword more. I got more fun out of Skyward Sword. Now, why? I don't remember. Like, it's been a while, so I don't remember the exact reasons. Kosh says TP seems a bit off to me. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, man. So here's a couple things about it. Not really a big fan of Midna. Like I don't know, I just didn't get it. Like I don't know, and I didn't even understand what the heck was going on. What the heck was going on with the Twilight? Like I didn't even understand what was going on the first time I played the game. Like I didn't know, like, was I in an alternate dimension? Was this some kind of, like, energy field on the real world? Like, I just felt like the plot was a bit incoherent. Cautious a 7 on 10, I'd say. That sounds very fair, man. I think I would agree with that. And, like, I don't know how I felt for sure about the wolf segments. Like, I don't know if I like the wolf transformation much. Like, it's okay. It's, like, in retrospect, it's alright, but I don't know, it just didn't feel so right for a Zelda game. It's okay, but I didn't dig it that much. And the sense thing, something about the sense, like, you know, making everything dark and then you look for the sparkling things or the colorful smoke. I don't know, I didn't like that too much. And the items in the dungeons, like, a lot of times you couldn't even use it. It was like a specific item for that dungeon, and then that's it. Like the spinner, I was like, oh my god, the spinner is so cool. And then you try to use it outside of the Arbiter's grounds, and it pretty much sucks. And the Dominion Rod, like, okay, it's just like this rod to control specific statues. I don't know, it felt like too limited of an item, and it wasn't that cool. The game is all right, and also aesthetically, I didn't like too much the way the characters looked, like the villagers of the town. Like they looked too dopey, you know, in my opinion, anyway. when I play it, because I will play it at some point, I'll be able to better remember. In terms of the HD version, really upset about the all those stickers that, you know, not long after the game's release, they shut down Miiverse or whatever it was, and then you've got all these like stickers or Miiverse related things that are just like dead basically, and it's just like what's the word? It's like inflating the game. It's like making it less dense. Anyway, not a big deal. Is it better than Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I like Twilight Princess more than Wind Waker. And yeah, and I like Wind Waker more than Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I like it more than Breath of the Wild for sure. Midna's okay. Yeah, not a fan of Midna. Whoa, that's the first time I've heard someone say that. LOL. I don't know. I didn't know about the way she approached Link. Like, I just felt like it was off. Maybe she, you know, because she's an imp or something, she's being playful and mischievous with him, but I don't know. I felt like she should have been more imploring him to, like, please, Link, you must do this. You are our only hope. We must save both of our realms together. But she was being, like, a little coy or something, like, I don't know. I just didn't dig it personally. But she's alright. And I just didn't understand what was happening a lot of the time. Like sometimes there's darkness veiling a certain area, and I'm like wondering sometimes, am I in a different dimension? Like, first you're in Hyrule Castle near the beginning of the game, and I don't know. It just felt like a really convoluted plot. Well, maybe my feeble mind just couldn't grasp it at the time. That's possible too. I didn't finish Twilight Princess HD. I've only ever finished Twilight Princess once on GameCube. I started it later on Wii, but I stopped around the desert, and then on the HD version, I don't remember where I stopped, but I didn't finish it. The dude says I think she's a tsundere, but it may seem pretty weird in the West. Yeah, you might be right about that. Yeah, and maybe I'm just not big on that archetype, right? At least it's a plot unlike Breath of the Wild story. Yeah, very very fair point, the dude. Are you in Japan yourself, the dude? Or maybe you're just familiar with that kind of stuff. From Romania. Oh, awesome. Must be kind of late there right now, I guess, right? Maybe like around midnight or so, right? Anyway, you don't have to reveal too much personal information, of course. Yeah, so do you have any specific thoughts on Twilight Princess yourself, the dude? What do you think? I've got a feeling there's probably a bombable wall among one of these areas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spare 4 bombs here. I'm gonna try this. Maybe even 6. Oh, there it is. They give you bombs. So maybe that's a hint to try bombing these walls. Pay me for the door repair. What a... Oh. Okay, anyhow. I guess it's a cool little Easter egg to find at least. Or, you know, not Easter egg, but... just a cool little thing. I think you need the ladder to get to that. We'll come back to that later. Okay. Nice. So this must be level 4 probably. No! Take anyone you want. I guess the heart is the right option, right? If you take that red potion, it just refills your life, which is... So this is pretty much a trap. You're supposed to take the heart. But let me just do a quick internet search here to see if there's some kind of advice on it. Why would anyone choose a red potion over a heart container? Okay, thanks to dude. There's a long Reddit post, but I'm not gonna read it. Okay, but thanks for letting me know. I was pretty sure. But I just wanted to be... I just wanted to, you know, confirm that the red potion wasn't something cool. Oh, hey, Slime Gains! So right now, I've got 3 pieces of the Triforce. That means 3 dungeons have been, we've got victory over 3 dungeons so far. Tosh says, bro, why did you get the heart? Most useless item in the game. You're a funny dude, man. I appreciate it. This. Show this to the old woman. Oh my god, which old woman? The dude says, I think you can heal with the potion, but getting it will make the option to get the heart disappear forever. Yeah, that's what I figured. So this is probably the most troll Zelda game, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what was here. This and Zelda 2 pretty much. Yeah, that sounds about right, the dude. Okay. So is there any way I can figure out where the 4th dungeon might be? Or labyrinth, rather. So I figured out how to get through the Lost Woods and into the graveyard, but maybe that's you're supposed to go there later on. Oh, another raft spot. This is probably a dungeon. Maybe not? It's a dungeon. Level 4, here we go. Oh, the dude says, except if you don't count the CDI Zeldas, those are super troll. I see. So the thing I really like, oh my goodness, what are these? The thing I really like about the Game Boy Color Zeldas, Link's Awakening and the Oracles, is that they're basically, like, they give you the feel of the original of Zelda 1, except with, you know, more, kind of more coherent and elaborate gameplay, right? And you know, everything. Everything's more elaborate, but you still get that really cool kind of classic Zelda feel. Oh god. Okay, you probably get the ladder in this level, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. The dude says Link's Awakening was trying to go for a more Link to the Past style, actually, but because the Game Boy was 8-bit and had only 2 buttons, you kind of get the original feeling. Yeah, exactly. I think overall I have a lot more fondness for the Game Boy Color games than Nintendo games, like than NES games. But I mean, that is a matter of just my own personal history. Like, I didn't have that many NES games, and it was a little bit before my time, you know. So I just have more Game Boy Color experiences. And I just feel like the Game Boy Color is, like, superior to NES, personally. And upon listening to even Game Boy sound, it seems like it's almost no question that Game Boy has superior sound to NES, but I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe it's just Game Boy Color itself, but it seems a lot like it supports more channels. I'm not totally sure, but just the sound quality seems to be, you know, just a little more sublime than NES. I might be wrong. At the same time, Link's Awakening Color DX did come out in '98, so that's quite a bit later than NES. Okay, that's okay because we get a bit of a health refill here by restarting the dungeon. Darn it, wow, I'm already down to the same amount Dude says, well, the NES is using older hardware than the Game Boy Color. Yeah, that's true. Still, it's impressive for a small portable like the Game Boy Color to have such good sound potential, or capability rather. At first, I didn't realize how much I actually liked Game Boy Color music until I listened to it with earphones back in the day. Because I mean, there's only so much that can come out of the little speaker. But you really get the full brunt of the beauty with some earphones or some speakers. Oh, no reward. Okay. Wow, tough dungeon. Also, on the Game Boy games, you can walk diagonally. Oh God. Okay, at least we got to see what that room looks like. So yeah, we definitely get the ladder in this game. Okay, so I'll just go right over there. Crazy how much technology can advance in just about a decade, right? Or even less. See, the thing is, I was assuming for a while that Game Boy Color has better sound than Game Boy, but I'm not so sure because I was hearing the other day Sleepy Bear Games was playing some Wario Land for Game Boy, and the sound sounded just as good as any Game Boy Color sound that I've heard. So maybe Game Boy and Game Boy Color have identical sound capabilities, which is pretty crazy because the Game Boy came out in what, like 80-something, probably? Like late 80s or early 90s? Which is still crazy impressive. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna look up Game Boy release date. Game Boy came out in 89. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's just crazy impressive. If Game Boy Color has the full audio capability of Game Boy, if Game Boy has the full audio capabilities of Game Boy Color, then that's just mind-blowing for me. But I don't know if that's the case. Well, I mean, hearing what I heard from the Wario Land music was crazy. It's just like an ethereal, sublime sound. Don't you have the candle? Should I have bought a candle? It doesn't seem that I do have the candle. Should I have bought a candle, or is that an item that you get in the dungeon? Because I don't remember. Maybe I should have bought it, right? If you have the candle, you could use it to see in the dark. I see. And burn the forests down. Is that an item that you get in a dungeon? Because I know I saw a candle in a shop, but I was assuming maybe that's like a single-use item. Not totally sure though. Maybe I should have paid more attention to the instruction booklet. You buy it. Okay, so next time I get the shot, I will buy the candle. Zero's forever, but you can only use it once per screen. So you know what? Maybe I'll get out of this dungeon. Maybe I'll get out of this dungeon and go and buy the candle. So this is pretty annoying. But now that I've got the ladder, there's a few more things I can get on the eastern side of the island, I think. So we'll come back to this fourth labyrinth. So I'm gonna look for the shop. I think the shop is probably on the eastern side. I'm not totally sure though. Might have to go exploring. Oh my god, it's already 6:32. Okay, jeez. I've got to stop before 7. So maybe like 10 more minutes and then I've got to conclude for today. The good old classic Zelda theme. Yeah, absolutely. Composed in only one night. I might have heard that before, but I forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me. Time surely flies when you're having fun. Indeed, Ariel. Also, I started really late today. Okay, this is where my hunch about the candle was. I'm not sure, though. I was wrong. Okay. Darn it. Laser says, I love when it happens because it's the surefire way to know you're having a good time. Yeah, definitely. Arl says, yeah, if only you could extend the time while having just as much fun. Yes. Yeah, time is a big constraint, definitely. Not everybody feels the pressure of time at the same degree. Some people sorry, I cracked there. Some people manage their time just fine, it seems, but I'm not one of those people. So my other hunch about where the candle might be is more like in the southwestern area of the map. I'm probably going to keep going for maybe about another 5 minutes, then I've got to conclude for today. Dude says, I gotta go now. Good luck playing Zelda here. It's hard without a walkthrough. Also, I'm glad I found someone who agrees with my opinions on Breath of the Wild. See ya. Hey, man, great to meet you, the dude. Have a good night. I guess you've got to go to sleep. Yeah, it's probably late for you, man. So yeah, thanks. I am about to conclude regardless. But yeah, cheers, man. I'll catch you sometime. I'm glad there are people who are like-minded on Breath of the Wild as well, definitely. Because if we don't exist, then say goodbye to the Zelda franchise. It's just gonna be... I don't even know what to call it, man. I don't even want to think about it. It's a dark future, is what I'm saying. It would be a dark future. This might be the shop. No. A secret in the tree. No, it's... Okay. Wow. Anyhow, I think that's a good place to conclude for today. Yeah, just wanted to say thanks a bunch to everybody for lending their good vibes and, you know, thoughts and discussions and all that. It's extremely appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow around 11, hopefully, to continue playing Legend of Zelda. If we're lucky, we could beat both quests tomorrow, but I don't know. It might not happen. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to look at who to raid. I'm going to see who I've got in my follow list. Let's see. Alright, I've got an idea of somebody to raid, but if anybody else has a suggestion, then feel free to let me know, but I've got an idea of somebody to raid. It's Alice Suzuki playing It Takes Two. This is who I would raid right now, but if you've got another idea that you would strongly like me to raid, then feel free to let me know, but I think we'll go with Alice Suzuki. She helped a lot and lent a lot of good support during Donkey Kong Country 3. Alright, so am I forgetting anything before I initiate this raid? I don't think so. Just, you know, understand that I'm expressing my utmost gratitude to everybody to save. Oh yeah, that's right, Kaj. I don't think there's a save. I think it just saves automatically. Actually, let's check that. Let's check that before we go. So let's say we do... So I do Z. No. Okay, so I'll undo the Z. So in the pause screen, if you press X, it like resets your game or something. Like, oh, save? Maybe... Yeah, I guess... Yeah, I guess you were right. Okay, so we got like 28 game overs or restarts today. All right, not bad. All right, so just want to get some music while we close it out today. So great to see everybody. Slime Games, Blazer, Ariel, Kaj, the dude, Nathan. Who else? Nintendo Ghost, of course. I don't want to be forgetting people, but you know, if I'm temporarily forgetting to mention a shout out, just know it's not like it's not bad vibes or anything. Oh my goodness, VirtueCon, hey man, I'm about to conclude. I'm about to raid, but thank you for stopping by, man. I hope everything's good with you. Did you get Metroid? Did you get hard mode of Dread done? Are you through hard mode yet, or not just yet? Looks like fun. Have you played Legend of Zelda? Maybe, right? You got a Wii. Oh, interesting. Well, what have you been playing on the Wii? Yeah, Legend of Zelda is a really cool classic game. For Other M. Okay, I like Other M. What do you think about it so far? You love Zelda games. Yeah, same, man. Except Breath of the Wild. For me, anyway. But if you like Breath of the Wild, again, it's no disrespect or anything. So far, so good, yeah. Other M has some really questionable things in it, but overall, I like the game a lot. It's just a few problems. A few problems, but overall, it's a nice game. It's nice enough. Watch your stream on Other M. Yeah, I remember you stopped by at that. You stopped by. Yeah, it's worth playing. It's worth playing as a Metroid fan. Hey, Sleepy Bear. Yeah, the OG. Yeah, I'm about to conclude, man. But thanks a lot for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, I think I'm gonna initiate the raid now. Yeah, really good feel to this game. Good night, VirtueCon. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad to let me know what you think about Dread hard mode when you get past it, or maybe. Kaj says, "Unfortunately, I won't be in the raid." Man, it's really no problem. I totally get it. See you, Kaj. Blazer says, "Hope you have a good rest of your night." Thank you very much, Blazer, and thanks again for your continued good vibes, man. Yeah, I've just got to go initiate the raid. Okay, here we go, guys. So, I've already said this like 100 times probably, but thanks so much. I'll be back tomorrow around 11 a.m. Eastern Time for the continuation of The Legend of Zelda. And, you know, here and there, I'll be interspersing tiny Yu-Gi-Oh streams, because I've gotta just keep going through it. Master Duel Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, so that's it. God bless you and your families, and I will catch you next time. Cheers, everyone.
Oh, he's raiding me. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm going to mute.